Hey guys, it's Liv here. In today's video, we're going to be using a team built around Weakness Policy Armarouge. I told you guys we'd be doing take 2 this week, and if you enjoyed and you want to see more, leave a like below and subscribe. Answer the comment question of the day. What is your favorite, let's see. What is your favorite core? We haven't actually asked favorite core, and I don't know why. Side Spam is definitely my favorite, though Iron Moth Flutterman is a close second. But let me know your guys' answers down below. There's not going to be a team builder today, because this team is a team that I stole yet again, because I'm a dirty thief. And I do not, I'll be honest, this is probably of the teams that I've stolen, one of the least understanding that I've ever had in terms of investments. So I'm not going to even try and bullshit anyone. But yeah, so we're taking on a Side Spam, funny enough, Armarouge Indeedee, Flutterman, Iron Hands, Iron Bundle, and Brute Bonnet. So my lead here, I feel like it's definitely going to be I feel like the Dragonite and Armarouge does have a good lead, but I'm going to actually lead off with Iron Bundle, and then I think Great Tusk instead. We'll bring Dragonite and Armarouge in the back. I think they have a decent option in terms of just trying to beat this team. Because my Armarouge, I think, is good late game, especially with the Terra Fairy, which, spoilers, for Terra Fairy Armarouge, actually. It's a nice little gimmick, but Terra Fairy Armarouge should actually be pretty helpful, defensively speaking, against stuff like Bonnet, even if the terrain isn't up. But more importantly, though, it's also pretty good against just really everything, because it's not really weak to anything on their team. They don't have a good Fairy Breaker. And since this is also a really bulky Armarouge, we should be set. My game plan, though, is just to take out their Armarouge first, which I have a surefire way of actually doing that, keep in mind. Because essentially, all I need to do here is I just need to go for attacks that should guarantee KO the Armarouge, which sounds easier said than done, but it's actually also fairly easy as well on top of that. So essentially, this Armarouge will probably end up going for, most likely, some form of, like, a redirection here. So another Armarouge, the Indeedee. It's most likely going to go for a redirection here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for the Icy Wind, and then I'm going to go for the Earthquake. Now, whether this Armarouge goes for Terrestrial Grass or not, we're pretty set here. And even still, his pressures Indeedee well, and I don't mind my Focus Sash getting broken, so we're pretty set with this. Oh, right, we're Booster Energy, never mind. To use the Focus Sash bundle. Well, even still, I'm not too concerned here, because we're going to still put a lot of pressure on that Indeedee, which is ultimately the best case for me. So we'll take that. Next turn, I can proceed to go for a Headlong Rush into Armarouge, which should be fine. I have already established the fact that I am going for dual spreads, so I'm pretty set with this. They're actually going to go for Trick Room. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so they're Protect Armarouge. That's good to note. And they're also Trick Room Indeedee. Okay. So this is still honestly okay. What I'm going to proceed to do, I'm going to go for the Freeze Dry into Armarouge. And then I'm going to go for I think I'm going to go for Terra Ground. Do I want to burn the Terra just yet? Well, it depends. Do I really think it's worth it? I mean, we are Focus Sash Tusk. That was something I did forget. But that is where my Focus Sash is located. I think I just go for an Earthquake. Yeah, I just go for another Earthquake. The Armarouge is going to obviously KO me. They're going to go for Helping Hand anyway. Perfect. Okay. So they're Trick Room and Helping Hand. My Indeedee is going to die regardless, but being able to dual target both of these two Pokemon at least should be decent for my Earthquake damage. Now, I don't think I KO Indeedee unless I get like a really good roll, and I got a really bad one last time, but this Armarouge should have a ton of pressure put on it, especially seeing that it is Life Orb. So let's see. So, looking at this, I think that my play here is to go into my own Armarouge, because I can essentially get a pretty strong way around their Armarouge by just going for Wide Guard. And not only this, but I actually get a really good turn to click Earthquake as well. So I think that's what I'm going to manage to do here. We're going to click Wide Guard, and I'm going to click Earthquake. Now, they should guarantee to pace us, which is fine. Well, at least the Indeedee should. The Armarouge might not, but for what it's worth, we have a fair amount of speed anyway, so maybe they do. But either way, this should be some good damage. We're going to see, yep, Follow Me goes off. That's fine. Don't really care about Follow Me, to be honest, because they're going to click Expanding Force, get walled, and then we KO both Pokemon. Beautiful. I love this Mon. This Mon is so fucking fun. It's obnoxiously fun to use in Series too. Alright, so their Armarouge and Indeedee should both be taken out here. Perfectly fine. We have cleared 2 of the big threats, and we have Trick Room set for our own Armarouge, which is great. So I can proceed to probably go for like a Terra Fairy here. I'm purely just trying to think of why I wouldn't. Well, I guess, yeah, so Terra Fairy is good for Bonnet, obviously. It's also good for Flutterman and Bundle, because I lose my weakness to both. Yeah, I think I always just go for Terra Fairy here. And then I just click Expanding Force, unless a Bonnet comes in. They're going to bring in Iron Hands, and what's Mon number 2 going to be? It's going to be Fluttermane. Okay, perfect. So then, yeah, I just click Headlong into Fluttermane, and just in case it's Focus Sash, and then I click Expanding Force here with the Terra Fairy. And that should be decent for me. So we're going to Headlong and Fluttermane. We're obviously immune to any sort of priority as well. However, the Iron Hands will most likely just go for like a Drain Punch here, which I'm perfectly okay with that. You're going to Terrestrial probably Hands. Yep, it's probably going to be Terra Grass. It's going to be, yep, Terra Grass. Okay, perfect. That's fine. I don't mind Terra Grass Hands. This leads me to believe it is probably Assault Vest because it's definitely not Goggles. Assault Vest is fine also because Assault Vest Hands doesn't do a ton of damage to my team. If they proceed to go for the Armarouge, that could actually be a little bit bad, but it's not really the end of the world. The main reason that would be bad would be because they would activate my weak armor, which it's whatever. Not really a huge concern. Let's see. So, Fluttermane is going to protect here. That's fine. They're going to Wild Charge. Ooh, Wild Charge. Okay. So that's not great. That's a little bit less great, actually. Okay. So this isn't a huge concern still. What I think I'm gonna manage to do, I want to see. So we're gonna obviously get an Expanding Force off on the Iron Hands. I guess the question is, do I outpace? Let me double check real quick, because so I would need. Yeah, I would definitely outpace. Oh shit, I'm on the wrong window. Okay. So we have like what, one more turn of Trick Room left? Yep, one more turn of Trick Room. Okay. So here's what I'm going to proceed to do. I'm going to click Protect here. And then I'm going to click Close Combat into the Iron Hands. I'm going to try and take out the hands if they, of course, allow me to. I don't really mind leaving Fluttermane around because truthfully I can always go for Aqua Jet on it on the following turn and be fine. And I would rather just get the good damage on hands, because this will lead the field to being a 2v1 scenario, which I think I feel a little more confident in. Or at the very least, I mean, this is clearly going to die to Heat Wave next turn, so I'm also fine with that. Again, I can jet the hands. I can jet the Fluttermane just to make sure that I break its Focus Sash. We'll lose our Tusk, but I'm fine with that. That's not a huge concern of mine personally. Okay. So yeah, what I think I'm going to do here, I'm going to go for Jet into the Fluttermane, and I'm going to go for the Heat Wave. This should take out both Pokemon. Well, no, it's definitely not going to take out Fluttermane, but I'm fine with that. I'm willing to live with that. And then yeah, Aqua Jet should take out the Focus Sash at least. For what it's worth, I don't think we're going to KO with both moves anyway on Fluttermane. But, oh, you know what? We're Armor Cannon, not Heat Wave. Okay, well then we'll definitely KO. I'll be honest. Oh shit, we didn't KO. Alright, well I kind of forgot about that. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was clicking Heat Wave, just off of habit. Purely off of habit. Okay, well, I guess, so, at the very least, Fluttermane will probably do like 80 next turn. I guess the question is, how much does Hands do? How much does Hands do? Ooh, Hands does a lot. Thankfully it was damaged by Recoil. Ooh, oh fuck, okay. So I'm gonna take out the Fluttermane here. If they go for Protect, I guess they win. But I don't see a reason why they'd need to be honest. Like, I'm just going for this just to claim another Mon, I'm gonna be honest. But I guess in theory I should have banked off of the Choke, potentially. Because I could have maybe made the Choke work in my favor if they click Protect. They didn't anyway, so this doesn't really matter. For what it's worth, I think even if I did target the hands, right? If I targeted the hands, so they gleamed. I don't think I got enough damage off. No, actually, no, I should have targeted the hands. Because if I KO the hands here, I think I would have been fine, because I could have taken out my opponent. I could have brought it to the 2v1. Damn, that's unfortunate. You know what? That came down to sloppiness of mine. That was complete sloppiness. Because if I just targeted the hands, I think I won the game. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I should have checked my moves. I saw the Fire move, and I'm too used to clicking Heat Wave on Armarouge, because I never personally run Armor Cannon. Not that it's a bad option, I just usually prefer Heat Wave. So completely fuck that one up. It's fine, it's fine. We can still manage to win game number 2. We'll see you guys then. Peace out, guys. Okay, so we're taking on another team consisting of Fluttermane, Great Tusk, Goldengo, Brute, Bonnet, Iron Moth, and Sableye. Okay. So looking at this comp, this is definitely a team where I think that I could lead off with the Armarouge here. And the Armarouge should be decent. The one exception would be, I guess, for Bundle. So I guess this is a case of... No, I think I can't ever actually lead with it against this team. Because realistically, I think the Bundle is... the Bonnet is definitely... Not the Bonnet. The fucking... Oh my god, I can't talk today. The... Fuck. What is the Mon called? The Fluttermane. Oh my god. Oh my god. What was that? Okay. So, what I think I'm going to do here, I think I'm going to lead off with Armarouge Indeedee. I'm going to bring Dragonite in the back. I think Dragonite in the back is decent. And I think realistically, if I just go for the follow me on my Indeedee, that I should be fine here. Because I can redirect the Fluttermane. I remembered it a little quicker that time. And then I think that last mon will be... Great Tusk. Because Great Tusk, offensively speaking, mauls this team. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. I feel pretty confident in this lead in particular. I think the lead can definitely put some pressure on my opponent. And realistically, I don't know a ton that they have around this. Like, they definitely have counterplay, of course. But I don't know a ton that they have. So, let's see. So they're going to go with Sableye Great Tusk as the lead. That's fine. Sableye Tusk is actually a pretty manageable lead for us for what it's worth. What I'm going to proceed to do here, I think they're going to go for Earthquake, which I'm okay with that. Now, the question is do I take an Earthquake with this mon? We are fairly defensive. However, I still don't know if we take an Earthquake. So, Armarouge, we have 228 with 12 as def versus Great Tusk. So, Earthquake might KO, only if they're Life Orb. I'm going to chance it. I'm going to go for the Expanding Force here. And then I'm going to go for Follow Me. Now, Follow Me will obviously redirect any sort of Headlong Rush here. They're going to withdraw Sableye. That's perfectly fine. And they're going to bring in something of Recluse. Okay. Brute Bonnet. Okay. So Brute Bonnet comes in. So let's see. I'm assuming that's a sunny day Sableye, by the way. Like, there's no reason actually not to run it here. They're going to go for Rock Slide. Perfectly fine with that. That's only going to boost our damage even further, which is great for me. And we have also activated our Weakness Policy, which means that this mon should be finished. Like, objectively, it should be finished. Okay. So, oh, and we get flinched. Of course we get flinched. Okay. Well, I'm going to go for the Terra Fairy, and I'm going to go for the Armor Cannon here. Meanwhile, I'm going to go for the... Let's see. I think I'm going to go for the Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, I'm going to go for Dazzling Gleam. I feel like that's a safer play. I want to just put asleep the Spore Machine now. I think it'll be better long term. Let's see. So, unless they go for Terra here, which if they go for Terra, that's fine. We should be able to just take out the Bonnet entirely, which will be very useful for us, of course. The Terra Fairy means that we will take another Rock Slide, even despite our defense drop here, which is also very useful. They are going to proceed to Terrestrial. I'm curious about which mon. Even still, they're going to probably assume Terra Grass, which I'm fine with that. They're going to go for Terra Fire. Ooh, Terra Fire is bad. That's really bad, actually. I hope they don't try to Spore the Armarouge, because I feel like that Terra Grass is the more obvious Terra here. I hope they try and Spore the Indeedee, because this is not great. That's like, obviously, that's really not great. Okay. Well, I can definitely go for an Expanding Force in the following turn, at least. That's for sure. Okay, so that could be bad. That could definitely be bad. Yeah, shit. I'm trying to think of a way that this works out well. We're seeing a berry pop from this. This is Citrus Berry. That's fine. And then, yeah, they're gonna go for Spore. Shit, okay. I feel like it was such an obnoxiously risky play. Like, it worked out really well for them, no doubt about it. But it was an obnoxiously risky play for my opponent because of how common Terra Grass is. Ugh, okay. Well, I'm gonna proceed to go for Psychic here. I'm gonna try and just, if that's a Sash Tusk, I'm gonna try and break it. If it's not a Sash Tusk, I'm just gonna try and kill it. We know it's not a V at least, which is good for us. Let's see. Protect and then Rock Slide. Okay. So we're gonna see Fluttermane come in. Okay, so this means that no Goldengo and no Iron Moth. That's fine. Okay. So photosynthesis. They KO'd the Indeedee at least. Okay, so you know what? I'll take that. I'll take the Indeedee KO because this means I actually have a free turn to Expanding Force if they let me. And not only this, I'm gonna go for Jet. No, I can't go for Jet, right? Because train's up. I'm gonna go into my own Great Tusk here. I think at my own Great Tusk here, getting a turn with Protect, I think will be more valuable than bringing the Dragonite. Now we're gonna try and get this first turn Wake Up, and we're gonna go for the Protect here because I can proceed to bring in my Dragonite on the next turn. I think that'll be more useful. Let's see. We woke up. Okay, perfect. We did wake up. Expanding Force will go off here. And how much is this going to do? This is going to KO the Fluttermane, which is perfect for us. Because the Great Tusk, truthfully, will be a lot easier to manage with my last two. We've KO'd the Fluttermane. Fluttermane being gone is great for us. My opponent is going to go for the Rock Slide here. Okay. We Protect, obviously. And then this might not KO? Yeah, this doesn't KO. Beautiful. And we're now going to be fast. We're going to be even faster now. We have the Sucker Punch resistance as well as the terrain immunity to Bonnet, which will be useful. They lost their immunity on that Pokemon as well, keep in mind. Sableye's going to come in. Okay, Sableye coming in is fine. I don't actually mind Sableye coming in at all. We'll go for the Expanding Force purely just to not drop our defense even further. And then we're going to go for the... Actually, you know what? No. I'm going to click Protect here. I'm going to click Protect, and I'm going to go for Earthquake. I think this will ultimately benefit me more because I want to try and get a position where I can bring in the Bonnet. Battle was canceled. Perfect. Okay, even better. We'll take that. Alright, so we're 1-1 for the day. Let's try and get into game number 3. We'll see you guys then. Peace out. Moving on to our final team of the day, we're taking on a team consisting of Amoonguss. I almost called it Brute Bonnet. Farigiraf, Roaring Moon, Arcanine, Iron Hands, and then Fluttermane. Okay, so this is probably... Well, the breakdown probably is it's probably a Goggles Hands. It's probably an AV Arcanine. Either that or it's a Citrus Arcanine and AV Hands. Focus Sash, Fluttermane for sure. Boost Energy, Moon for sure. The Amoonguss is probably Rocky Helmet, and the Farig is probably Mental Herb. I'm willing to call all of that right now. I feel pretty confident in it. It's just a standard breakdown of a 6. We're going to lead off as if they're going to lead off with the... Let's see. So I kind of want to lead off with Bundle Gambit here. I think Bundle Gambit is ultimately my best lead. Bundle is going to be mostly for the Roaring Moon because we should be able to handle it anyway. Meanwhile, I'll have the King Gambit here, which is going to be useful for breaking down the Farigiraf. I'm going to go with Psy Spam in the back. Psy Spam in the back is generally pretty good here. I could bring Great Tusk. It's also not a bad option here, but I think that... Well, no, actually, I kind of want to lead off with Great Tusk and... because we are Focus Sash. I kind of want to lead off with Great Tusk and King Gambit. Great Tusk and Gambit should also be pretty decent here. While Bundle has a lot of use here, and it is a generally speaking good Pokemon, the Focus Sash on Great Tusk I think will be generally useful. Whether it's because Fluttermane plus something leads, whether it's because Iron Hands leads with something else. Like, I think in general, Great Tusk lead is great. So we're going to lead for Great Tusk and King Gambit here. King Gambit is kind of a necessary lead for the Farig. They are going to lead off with Roaring Moon Farig. Okay, this is perfectly fine. Because there is nothing that actually deters me from clicking my... So let's see. So I think this game, I don't really think I need to go with the Terrestrial on Armarouge. So I could actually just go for the... No, I don't... Never mind, I'm Terrifier. Okay. We're going to go for Low Kick here. And then... Actually, no. We're going to go for the Kowtow here still. Let me just make sure actually this Kowtow and not Sucker Punch. I'm not making the same mistake I made last time. It is Sucker Punch. Okay, so then we're actually going to click Iron Head here. And then I'm going to click the Headlong Rush here. I'm actually just going to disregard the Roaring Moon altogether. Because truthfully, I would rather stop the Trick Room here. And plus, the Roaring Moon's going to Terra Flying anyway. And I don't have a super great way to to beat that off rip. Yep, Terra Flying. Whoa, shocker. Roaring Moon, Booster Energy, Terra Flying. Whoa, it's almost like we're playing the Battle Spot Series Doubles ladder. They're going to go for Protect. God damn it. Okay, that's really bad, actually. I really thought they'd go for Trick Room, but it's not a huge deal. It's not a huge deal at all. We are Focus Sash at least. They didn't even KO. Well, they didn't even bring us the Sash, I should say. Okay. So, what I think I'm going to do here, I'm going to go for the... I think I'm going to go for the dual target into Farig again. Because I don't... For one, I think they're just going to go for an attack. I think they're probably just going to go for, most likely they're just going to go for Trick Room plus Acro again, if I had to guess. Maybe they go for Earthquake, but even still, I don't think Earthquake KOs us with King Gambit for what it's worth. So I want to just try and get off this damage on the Farigiraf, and I think it'll be my best bet still. Now, Roaring Moon will probably end up also, there's a good chance I might go for Dragon Dance here, which I'm fine with that. Same for Protect, I'm fine with that as well. I think that ultimately those will both work out pretty well for me in my opinion. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm just going to bank off of this. They're going to withdraw Farigiraf here, that's fine. What mon are they going to bring in? They are going to bring in the Iron Hands. Okay, so Iron Hands coming in is still really good for me, albeit they're going to, oh, they don't. Oh, they're just leaving their spot wide open. Okay, well, Iron Hands is taking a headlong rush. That's really bad. My opponent really just gave up their Iron Hands like that. Holy shit. Okay, well, I'll definitely take that. Yeah, we've already claimed a KO on Iron Hands. That's fucking amazing. I feel like that was a pretty bad play by my opponent, I can't lie. Because they already saw the play I was looking to make. Now, they have one for Tailwind and Protect, that's fine. These weren't moves that I was exactly thinking were uncommon here. They have a Mungus. Okay, so that means they don't have Arcanine and they don't have Fluttermane. Honestly, really fucking okay with that. We're going to go for Sucker Punch here into Roaring Moon. And then I'm going to go for the Headlong Rush here into the Amoonguss. Essentially, the thought process here is to get off a strong attack on Moon while I have it in. They're going to go for Akko. They're going to kill the Great Tusk anyway. Perfectly fine with this. Now, what I think I'm going to do, I think that from here, they're going to proceed to go for the... I think they're going to go for Rage Powder on this turn. They're going to go for Spore. Okay. Well, by Rage Powder on this turn, I meant the following turn I was talking ahead. Because I'm assuming that they're going to Rage Powder my Armarouge. So I'm going to go into Armarouge here, and I'm going to go for the... Let's see. I think I just go for the... Do I die to Throat Chop? I forgot to check if this Roaring Moon was speed or attack boosting, but I'm going to assume it's attack boosting. Throat Chop would KO us, yes. However, we would not die to either hit if we go for the Terra Fairy here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch out into Indeedee, and then I'm going to go for the Terra Fairy, and I'm going to go for Expanding Force. Now this should KO both Pokemon. I would be genuinely shocked if either Pokemon lives this hit, I'm going to be honest. The only way that a Pokemon gets out of this turn alive, in my opinion, is if my opponent suddenly Gen in Wide Guard, which would be a completely illegal move on both Pokemon, or if they switch in Farigiraf, which is fine. So our Terra Fairy is going to go off. They're also going to activate our Weak Armor, but truthfully, it's not going to matter a lot. Really, the only reason that Weak Armor matters, quote-unquote, would be for the fact that I guess going for the Weak Armor would mean that we outpace Farig guaranteed, which is something, actually. It's not too bad for what it's worth. Yep, Throat Chop's going to go off. Whoa, shocker, my opponent had Throat Chop. It's almost like that they're running a standard Roaring Moon here. Okay, so yeah, these are both dead, 100%. Yep, okay, so I think that's is that a Focus Sash Amoonguss? I can't imagine that Mon just naturally lifts this hit otherwise. Like, genuinely, I can't imagine in a world where this Mon actually takes that hit otherwise. Pollen Puff, okay. So it just took the hit, what the fuck? Alright, well, what I think I'm going to do here, I'm going to go for the Expanding Force. And then I'm going to go for the help. I'm going to go for Expanding Force, and I think I'm going to go for the Gleam here as well. Gleam is mostly just to try and get off. Actually, I'm going to go for Protect, and I'm going to go for Gleam, and then I'll go for the Armor Cannon. Oh, they're just going to forfeit anyway. Okay, well, perfect. You know what? Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, leave a like and subscribe for more. Shoutouts to channel members being Josh, aka Ultra Player, Mia, Zeke Zero, Matt O'Shea, Koemi, and Slade. Your guys' support is, of course, greatly appreciated, and if you want to become a channel member today, it's only a couple dollars a month, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out, guys.